Many people go to the supermarket, buy a bag of potatoes for a couple of bucks, and think that farming is boring. But that is only because they have never done this. Every single potato plant you see here is, literally, a buried safe. You do not know what is inside until you open up the earth. Will there be a treasure of giant potatoes, or did we spend months of hard work just to get marbles? Today we are going to check it out, row by row, and I am going to tell you the 3 secrets to double your harvest when you do it yourself. Stay tuned, because the final count is going to surprise you. Let us start with the first one. Be careful not to strike the tool too hard, because hitting a potato with a hoe hurts your soul. Look, here comes the first one. Good size. Do you know what the number 1 mistake almost everyone makes before reaching this day is? Watering during the final weeks. When the plant starts turning yellow and drying out, many people think, oh, it is dying, I need to pour more water. Big mistake. If you overwater at the end of the cycle, the only thing you will get is rotten potatoes underground, or fungi on the skin that will ruin them within 2 weeks in your pantry. During the last 3 weeks, keep water far away. We let the plant die with dignity because it is its natural cycle to concentrate the starch. Look at this next plant, it is loaded. 1, 2, 3, check this one out, what a monster. This one is going straight into a great Spanish omelette. While I clean this soil, I have to tell you something that almost nobody knows. Today they seem like the most basic food in the world, but when the Spaniards brought the potato from America in the 16th century, nobody in Europe wanted to eat them. They considered them a devilish food because they grew underground. In fact, royalty and the nobility used them only as decorative plants in gardens because of their flowers. It took a brutal famine and a French pharmacist named Parmentier, who came up with a brilliant reverse psychology strategy. He placed armed guards to watch a king's potato field so that people would think it was something extremely valuable. At night, he removed the guards, people broke in to steal them, they tasted them, and that is how Europe was saved from starvation. Coming back to the garden, look at the depth these are coming out from. If they grow too close to the surface, you run the risk of sunlight hitting them. If a potato gets sunlight while growing, it turns green. And watch out, that green area contains solanine, which is toxic. If that happens to you, that green part must always be cut off before cooking. To avoid it, give them a good hilling. Keep pushing soil around the stem as the plant grows. Let us see what we have here. Oh, look at this. Do you see this small tunnel or hole right here? This is the work of the garden tenants. It could be a wireworm or the famous potato tuber moth. Many people get depressed when they see this in their harvest. Look, it is not ideal, but in a family organic garden, this is the quality certificate that no heavy chemicals are used here. In the kitchen, you just cut this part off, use the rest of the potato, and absolutely nothing happens. If your potatoes come out deformed, like with weird fingers or lumps, it is not because of a bug. That is called secondary growth. It happens when the summer gets weird, there is a long drought, the potato stops growing, then it rains all of a sudden, the potato reactivates, and it starts growing uncontrollably from the sides. To have picture-perfect potatoes, the key is not a lot of water, it is consistent watering without sudden shocks. Let us move on to the next plant. Notice one detail, look at how the soil crumbles. It is loose, fluffy. This is not by chance. If you plant potatoes in clay soil, which gets as hard as concrete when it dries, the potato is going to struggle immensely to expand, and they will come out small and flattened. How do you achieve this texture? By adding plenty of organic matter in the winter, before planting, and if you can, a good straw mulch. Mulching maintains humidity, prevents the sun from compacting the soil like a brick, and also saves you 80% of weeding. Working the soil beforehand is the real secret. In the garden, 90% of success happens underground long before you see the first leaf sprout. Well, we are reaching the end of this line. Let us see the last ones. Wow, this last plant kept the best for last. Look at this caliber. This is perfect for making French fries that crunch just by looking at them. By the way, these that I am taking out are of the Kennebec variety, which works spectacularly well for my area because it withstands the early summer heat very well. If you are going to plant, always ask at your local farming cooperatives which variety works best there, do not just buy the first thing you see online. And this is today's bounty. Look at how much came out of just one row. Was it worth the effort of these months? Of course it was. Eating a potato that you buried yourself, that you cared for yourself, and knowing exactly what went into it, is priceless. Now comes the second important step. Letting them dry in the shade for a couple of days so that the skin cures and they last for months in the pantry. If you want me to show you exactly how I prepare the soil in winter to achieve this size and color in the next video, leave it in the comments. Subscribe so you do not miss the full method, and I will see you in the next patch of land. Big hug, fellow gardeners.